Hello, Leos, and welcome to Ruby Rose Tarot. So excited to have you here with me today as we do your tarot reading for November 2019. This is for your sun, moon, and rising signs. It is a general reading, so obviously can't be super specific. It may not apply to everyone, but for some of you, hopefully, it is spot on. With that said, let's get down to it. I started pulling some cards for you. So interesting, like a really fun and interesting month for you guys. So let's get down to business. I'm going to do all the astrology and a kind of general overview, but there is some fun aspects going on this month with Venus moving around in some signs. So on the very 1st of November, Venus enters Sag, which is kind of a fun, playful energy, but then she also enters Capricorn, which is fun for career and other things. So, Venus enjoys being in both these signs, and it's interesting because it's showing up a little bit. Out of all the readings I've done so far, you are clearly having a lot more relationship stuff going on as we come out of Scorpio, which could be very interesting. So, I pulled an energy oracle card for you guys, and you guys got, this is so like, let's beat you over the head, man holding a heart. Oh, right? Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. This is about exactly that, romance, possibly meeting someone, possibly, actually even if you're already married, that there's a renewal, or you're finding or asking your husband to spend more time, or wife spending more time with the family, having more quality time and all that, going better this month in November, which I feel is very possible for you guys. But as I pulled your cards, I want to tie into that a little bit more. So what was interesting was I pulled the first two cards I pulled, which was an Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and then a Page of Cups, which again, I think I'm like, oh yes, those two spirits already telling me, pointing out. But then what was really interesting was the Devil came up with the 8 of Swords. And I'm like, this is relationship. I really did. To me, right away when I saw that and what I felt intuitively was, this is already speaking to either a new relationship that's come in or a current relationship. And when I even pulled a clarifier card on the Devil, I got karma. So that's very telling to me. And what I feel like happens for Leos this month, and I'm going to just deal with because there's some work stuff that came up too, and I'm going to move that aside and let's talk about the romance portion, because I normally am not like, let's do love readings, or if I'm going to do them, I'm going to do them in a separate reading. But if it comes up, of course, that's something that's going on. I'm not going to like not address it. I'm just not one of those like, I don't want to be a cliche tarot reader and just go right for love. But this is what's happening, and so of course I'm going to address it. So for those Leos that are and what I'm channeling is those that meet this person. So there's two things that came in. And one, if you're meeting someone for the first time and you really like them and things are going well, what happens is, boom, you realize a pattern is already starting with this new person that you don't like. And it's not even that person. It could be that person. It could be two things. One, you have dated this douchebag before, right? Why do I keep falling for douchebags, right? Well, I keep attracting, right? Law of attraction. I keep attracting the douchebags, and I don't want any more douchebags, right? Or what's happening is you're falling into a behavior that you've done with past relationships. It could not even be the partner's fault, the new person that you met. It's you starting to and I kind of have a feeling with this 8 of Swords, this is what this is playing to. Questioning everything in the relationship, sabotaging the relationship, doing little things that are passive aggressive, right? Please, oh my gosh, this is for my ladies. Knock the nothing shit off. Please, for all that's good and holy, right? When someone asks you what's wrong, don't do nothing. No, something's clearly fucking wrong. You're saying one thing, but all this is saying you're fucking pissed off. So, don't be a freaking, I'm sorry, it's like I've watched friends do it and my mother do it, and it serves nothing. It gets a relationship absolutely nowhere. It's passive-aggressive behavior that is stagnant and stalls and does nothing to further or enrich a relationship. So just stop it. If something is bugging you, deal with it, right? Don't discount it. Don't discount you. Don't dismiss it, because what happens is when you just like, you know what, I'm just, forget it, I'm not, whatever, right? Then what you do is you push it down, and then it all erupts later on, right? Don't do that. Sorry, had to have a brief moment of top. It's the one thing, like when I do readings all the time for people, guys, it's the one thing, like communication and relationships, right? It's this passive aggressive. He should read my mind. No, he shouldn't. You need to tell him what you want. Men aren't women. They're not that sharp. I'm sorry. I love guys. I'm married to one. Still, every now and then, have to beat him over the head. It has to be stated very clear. They're not good on hints, you know? So, and you can't be angry or resentful about that. I have to tell him, yes, either you accept that, or you're just gonna have to find a different type of relationship or a different type of person. I don't know what to tell you, right? So this to me is like all this stuff that starts flooding in with this guy or girl, right? Is that all these old patterns, this karmic behavior starts triggering again with this new person. So, needs to stop. Here's the time to stop it, right? Let's change the pattern. Let's change the behavior. And the fact that this came up tells me that you can break the karmic cycle. You can totally do it. So let's do it, right? Let's not go down this road again. Let's not self-sabotage this relationship. Let's give it a good chance. Let's do some harder choices, right? Harder choices are usually the better choices, right? The other thing is, this also, to me, if this is an existing relationship, with all the stuff that was going on last month with Scorpio, there's, you know, Pluto being direct again is really put, and Scorpio being in Scorpio season, which is the first part of November, you are going to feel all the scorpionic energy of dealing with truths and honesty in your relationships. To me, this is a big thing for Leo on this. If you're in an existing relationship, you are not dealing with the truth or being honest in your relationship, either with yourself or with your partner. And it can go both ways, right? If you are doing a negative patterning of behavior, right? And like I said, it sounds to me, it seems karmic. And karmic can mean that this is, you know, this could be a bad patterning of behavior that you got from your parents, right? Oftentimes, it's so funny, this is coming up twice today, you know, we don't like something our parents do, but then we catch ourselves doing it. We're like, oh my gosh, I said I never was going to be like my parents, and yet here I am, doing exactly what my parents would do, arguing exactly how my parents would argue, doing that thing that my mother or my father, you know, I hated the way my dad treated my mom, and yet here I am treating my wife that same way. Or here I hated when my mom used to belittle my dad, and here I am doing that to my spouse, and I said I would never do that, and now I'm doing it. Well, yes, that's karmic, right? You model the behavior after your parents. This was ingrained to you very, you know, as a child, you were a sponge and you absorb this stuff, and it's still down in there, and you gotta get rid of it. That's what Pluto's about, guys. That's what Pluto is asking you to do. He is asking you to go down deep to childhood traumas and all that shit and chuck it. And chuck it. It is time to get rid of it. It no longer serves you. It no longer serves your evolution. No longer serves the evolution of your relationship. If you want to be a better place in your current relationship, you love this person so much, but this relationship's not working out. Why? You need to also take a hard look at yourself. Two people are responsible for a relationship. You can't blame someone for everything. Sorry, you can't. Unless, like, they're cheating on you. That's different, though. You know? Or do you keep letting them back in after you cheat on it? Well, then that is your fault. Because then he's just like, oh, well, she'll just always take me back, or he'll always take me back, so I can just go cheat because there's no consequences. See what I'm saying, guys? So, I hate to, like, dive in right away, but boom, this was like, if you saw my cards right here, this is just like a huge chunk of the reading that just popped up. And so I wanted to get this out of the way. But there are some hard truths. There's also some beautiful, I mean, look at this man holding a heart. I love it because he's giving you his heart, right? Vulnerable, open, So there's so much potential for what we're doing. And I think too, like, if someone is giving you their heart and being this vulnerable, do not hurt them. Do not shut them down. This is a hard position to be in. This is a position that should be honored and respected. So don't, be kind with it. Does it make sense? So I think this is a time, and I think this is actually brilliant for you Leos, that to me, everything that this reading and what Spirit's telling me is this is a time when you notice it. You're like, oh, I don't want to keep doing this. I want to change. I don't want to do this behavior anymore. I either really like this guy or girl, or I really love my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my wife, but I gotta change. Maybe I need help changing. Maybe we can just go talk to someone. And it doesn't have to be that there's something, but I just want to learn how to better communicate. I never learned how to communicate from my parents good, and I want to be better at that. So can we go like talk to a counselor and see how we can better talk to each other? I feel like, Leos, this is like clutch for you guys, because this is a real, you guys are lions, you have a lot of pride, but for whatever beautiful and momentous reason, and this is like, I think this is what this Page of Cups is coming in and telling me, this message of love is about how to have love better in your life. And I think you guys are so open this month to just not having that lion pride so much and going, I have a bigger heart, letting that Leo heart take over the Leo pride and ego, and instead going, you know what? I'm willing to do some stuff. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to be better because I care about this person. And I want to be better for them. And I want us to be better together. I really think that happens. I just like got goosebumps. So this is so relevant for someone out there, all of you out there. I don't know, but it's huge. And I'm really actually so happy for you guys, because making those strides in your love relationship, we all have, like the skills that you learn, whether it be in a love relationship. I feel like it's love that makes you do it, but it's applicable to all relationships with your parents and your friendships. It's when you learn how to communicate better in relationships and stop sabotaging and stop doing passive aggressive shit, it makes you better in everything. And if it takes love to make you, fuck yeah. Yes. Right? Yes. I'm loving this for you. Sorry, I'm so excited. All right. I will relax. Cool. Now we'll get to work. Okay. Work stuff. So that was the other big, talk about the things like, I want to know about my love and career. Well, you guys got both this month. So you guys, Ace of Swords came up first thing, which I love for you guys, which is like super creative. You're getting lots of brilliant ideas coming to you this month about work or creative, or I feel for some of you, this may even be your side hustle, like writing or acting or the side filmmaking or whatever. I feel like for some of you it's a side hustle, but for some of you this is work related. But man, you guys are just on a roll with some new ideas. And I also think with this first ace coming in, this new thoughts, I think this is what launches you to the relationship thing too, right? The beginning of November, you are open, and I don't know if this is Venus and Sag, I'm not sure, but the beginning of the month, boom, your mind is very open. The ego and the pride is you're very open and receptive to new ways of thinking, to new ways of thought, to new, I hate the word belief, but you're just open to being open. I don't know. I'll entertain the thought. That just came in. That's what it's saying. I'll entertain the thought. I'll look at how I think. I'll look at how I do things normally, and I'll see if that really works for anymore. Amazing month. This helps you in love. This energy that's coming at the beginning of the month helps you in love, and it's going to help you in your career. Loving it for you guys. Woo! Man, good stuff. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, which I'm loving. So I feel like that energy of the Ace of Swords is coming into I don't want to say an apprenticeship, but to starting to put, I love that he has in this forge. And so you're actually starting to pound out these ideas now, right? Like middle of the month, you're starting to really give these ideas more attention. Can I make this happen? Like I said, for some of you, the side hustle, it is that. Am I going to take some acting classes or singing? Whatever it is, just these things like, I'm going to start pounding out these ideas more and seeing if I can actually really make them happen. Now, what I want you to be careful about is on that. So the Seven of Swords came up, and it's a tricky little card. It's a tricky little card in lots of ways. I often kind of refer to this as the Thief card. But it's not always the Thief card. Sometimes it's about changing tactics, right? The old tactics that you used don't always work. This is how I'm interpreting it. This is what I'm feeling. These new thoughts, these new ideas that you're forging, you keep them close to your chest. You keep them really close to your chest, and you protect yourself, because other people are willing to steal your ideas. Now, an idea at work, you're like, all right, fine, whatever, who cares, as long as we all get credit. But when it comes to intellectual property or a screenplay or a novel or a short story or something, a song, I'm just getting anything creative like that, maybe even work, patent, it could be scientific, that just came in. Whatever it is, whatever new ideas you have, Leo, close to the chest. The temptation is you're going to be really excited about them, really super excited about them. If you want to talk about them and share them, I'm getting literally a yellow caution sign. It's just kind of coming through my head. It's just like, pump the brakes, because not everyone's going to have your best interest. So be careful about who you share your ideas with. And it's interesting because I asked for a clarifier card on this and I got the Moon, which to me is all about using that intuition, and not talking yourself. I feel like you're going to talk yourself into something with someone. Like, oh, you're going to ignore your intuition. I don't want you to do this. And if it happens later and then you come back and watch your video and you're like, Ruby told me this is what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. If you listen to that, I know you're going to be excited, but if you get the something's like, don't tell this person. And even if they're asking you questions, like, what are you doing? Don't tell them. You're like, ask them questions back, right? Do something. Get distracted. But this is very strongly telling me you need to use your intuition on some people and who you tell, and you need to be very, very cautious on who you tell your ideas to, because guys, I have a feeling like these are good ideas. Good ideas, good visions. Or the other thing is too, this is the dream killer. What I mean by that is that you tell your idea to someone and then they go, oh, you don't want to do that. You're never going to make any money. That's not going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. And then it's just boom, right? And all your momentum goes out. And now that voice of someone going, is in your head. So be careful on who you tell your exciting new ideas and your exciting new dreams to. If they're a dream killer or if they're going to be a thief and take your ideas. Proceed with caution, Leo. Seriously proceed with caution, because not everyone is in your best interest. You have a big heart and you love to share and you love to involve. You love to get people on board with you. I'm not saying that. But caution, again, the universe is just like big caution sign for you guys. Overall, man, what a month. I'm super excited for you. November is looking amazingly good. And I'm just going to say, guys, I really, really love your openness for change this month. And changing patterns, it's not easy. As I said, the harder choice is, the tougher choice is usually the best choice, but it's still tough. And I love that you guys are open to it, because it literally is, this card just keeps coming up. It's about changing karma. It's about changing karma. And karma is not about past life. No, karma is about changing those bad lessons that you learned as a kid that you want to undo so that you can have an amazing life. And that's what this is. It's completely and totally what this is. And I am so excited that you guys are open and willing to go on it, because that's a huge healing journey. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. Okay. Until next time, if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe, share, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. And on that note, I'm going to wish you guys so much love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And until next time, namaste.